Soha has this incredible combination of somebody who is in a very sweet way conscious of her appearance, but also doesn't care at all about it.
That's true.
It's a very unique combination I have seen.
Unusual combination.
Yeah, it is a very unique combination.
Yeah.
Return Shahana's calls. She gets really upset if you don't return her call.
But do you?
No, I don't. It doesn't apply to me. That never applies to me because I don't return anyone's calls.
That's another one about
No,
her.
But she just pretends not to be upset, but she often gets really upset. And she doesn't let on that she's hurt.
All right. We'll keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
Let's just go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Okay, okay.
It's a good one to have.
Now I'll have to answer. Suddenly your place. Let's
No,
start
everybody
with
will answer your calls. We're talking about the representation of women right now. It's only a gender conversation, but then it has to, at one point, go into like the different kinds of women, which I think Hush Hush is trying to do.
I may have been around someone who I was aware that they were physically stronger than me, but it never prevented me from speaking my mind.
I believe in the freedom of speech, and I think it's fine. As long as I'm not, as long as it's not hateful or violent or against the law, people can say what they want to.
Hello everyone, welcome to News 18 Showsha, and we have with us today the lovely ladies from Hush Hush, Soha, Kritika and Shahana. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Doing
quite
well.
good.
Very excited now.
Yeah.
Little nervous also, but mostly excited.
I mean, all of you look lovely.
Thank you.
And well, I watched the first 2 episodes.
You did?
Yes, yes. And let's take it from there. No spoilers, guys. We'll let you watch it. But what I want to ask is, it said that, women with a voice, with a mind, they intimidate people, especially men. And I also remember this one dialogue by Juhi in the first episode where she says that औरतों को डराने का जिम्मा से मर्दों का है क्या, which I found very, very powerful and hard hitting, and it's true also. As actors, as women actors, professionals, have you ever had a moment where you had men, powerful men, shutting you down?
I have to say no. I feel very privileged to say that, but I think it's maybe thanks to circumstances or the way that people perceive me, the way I was brought up, maybe that, and that's not to say. I mean, I know I come across as a confident person, but as everybody does, I've lived and suffered various insecurities internally and been unsure of myself as well.
Right.
But I don't think I've actually ever been shut down by a man or anyone for that matter in the workspace.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if not shut down, then maybe, have them dictate your moves. Because I remember speaking to an actor who told me that, she was told by somebody that, you're great, but your problem is you talk too much. You have too much of a mind and a voice.
No, I think there is a sense of, like I have also been told that, women are all about emotions and men are about, showing power, and they're known, these are qualities that define us.
Right.
And that to be successful, to go ahead, sometimes you don't want to shake up things.
Right.
That especially when men are the ones employing you, which it has traditionally been up until recent times, and continues to be for the most part. Women are getting into positions of power now. They want to work with people who are amenable, who fit their mold, and women with a voice who say things are immediately taken to be a bit of a nuisance, like you said.
Right.
So one is aware of that, but in my personal life, again, perhaps because I'm fortunate, I may have been around someone who I was aware that they were physically stronger than me, but it never prevented me from speaking my mind. I've never felt, and I have a brother who's older than me, there was never any distinction when it came to us growing up. In fact, more was invested into my education than his, etc. So I think I was just lucky to come from a background where there was no disparity.
Right.
And that sets you up for what you see around you. Sets it, then that conditioning doesn't happen at a younger age. My mother was going to work, my father was spending time with the children. So all these things then color your perception of things going forward.
Right.
So I've never really been afraid to speak my mind or felt that I can't. But I do completely understand that it's not the same for
Yes.
many people.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to add something
Yeah,
to
I've
that?
been privileged to not face this in my professional or personal life, but on social media, I'm often told to shut up.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So, and to not have opinions for like various reasons. You're a woman, you shouldn't be talking about this. You're an actress, what do you know about, whatever, anything that's going on around. So, yeah, that happens a lot. But I guess that's okay. It's just that's what the platform is. Everybody has an opinion, is
Yeah.
entitled to one. And it's a free for all. Anybody can write what they want to. So, it's okay.
Does it not make you angry though? I mean, how do you deal with
It's
it?
impossible to not be angry. Some things really like piss you off and you get
Yeah.
irritated. But I also realized that it's okay. I'm also I believe in the freedom of speech and I
Yeah.
think it's fine. As long as I'm not, as long as it's not hateful or violent or against the law, people
Yeah.
can say what they want to.
That's true. That's true. Since it's called Hush Hush, let's do everything. Let's bring, everything out now. Everything that's sort of brushed under the carpet.
Must be?
This one?
This carpet hasn't moved in days.
That's not part of
There
our
is
contract.
much under this carpet.
No, so, tell me, Soha, tell me something about Kritika and Shahana. That we
You're
do not
asking me
know
to give
of.
their secrets away in front of them.
Yes.
Come on.
She's saying just to say things that they may not know. That doesn't mean that they're
Yeah.
secrets necessarily.
Exactly.
Just stuff that people don't know about us
Maybe some
yet.
traits that you figured out about them while working with them that other people do not necessarily know of.
No, I'm also thinking quickly because.
Okay, so if you know something, please share.
Yeah, please. If you
Let's
can-
start.
Soha
from-
can have the same thing for lunch every single day of her life.
That's true.
And what's that?
Tandoori chicken, yellow dal, roti, and some kind of steamed green vegetables.
So you can have that,
I often
every day.
do. I have it every day.
Wow.
Yeah, I know what I want, and I'm loyal
Yeah.
to my lunch.
Now, this people may know, but I learned very recently
Yeah.
that Shahana is a trained Odissi dancer.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yeah, she's like, oh yes, I am.
I didn't know that about her.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, I've done it, guys.
Yeah, you're so good at this.
Yeah.
See, she's more observant that way.
That's
No,
true.
no,
Also, I'm
it just-
actually very unobservant. I am. I'm very unobservant. Which is perhaps
Look at
something
the way
you
you
didn't know
both
about
are
me.
staring
Yeah, which-
at
Oh Get some information or some.
I'm
memories.
not fond of bathing. You can say.
You also have to filter what you can say and what you
Yeah,
can't.
that's
Okay,
what-
that's the tough
I'm
part.
not fond of washing.
Are
my
they exchanging looks because
Yeah.
don't say this, or is it
Yeah.
because they're trying to figure out what is it? Please.
Soha has this incredible combination of somebody who is in a very sweet way conscious of her appearance, but also doesn't care at all about it.
That's true.
It's a very unique combination I have seen.
Unusual combination.
Yeah, it is a very unique combination.
Yeah.
And
I don't even know what that means.
That means that only. It has its own unique shades to it.
I have my own style.
Yeah. And Kritika, I just feel like saying, I think people don't know how sensitive and intelligent she is. I think both these qualities of her get undermined by perhaps her appearance or the fact that she's been a TV
you
actor
dumb?
and all that. No, not that you look dumb.
I
That,
know.
because she's hot, so then that becomes the focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think anybody who follows her on Twitter, who follows her words more than her just her appearance,
Right.
would know that about her or spends a little bit of time with her. Sensitivity part, though, only close people know that she doesn't show.
And she's
as
a
much.
businesswoman.
Also, that which I also found out
Yeah. I don't know that.
today.
Today?
No, yesterday I saw it.
Oh,
at the
because
thing.
you saw
Yeah.
that?
Yes,
It's
she
on
has
my
like
Instagram profile.
She has a legitimate
China
business
bar.
phone.
Cinnabar.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's difficult. It's Cinnabar.
Cinnabar, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's a handloom.
Yes.
Oh, of
It's-
course. Chanderi
yeah,
stuff.
Chanderi,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Right,
didn't know that. Sorry. Brain freeze happened.
Thanks, but So sweet.
Yeah.
Very special.
So, do you have anything to say about the two of them?
I just
Nonsense.
said she's a businesswoman and that return Shahana's calls. She gets really upset if you don't return her call.
But do you?
No, I don't. Perhaps it doesn't apply to me. That never applies to me because I don't
What
return
about
anyone's
this?
calls.
That's another one about
No,
her.
no.
But she just pretends not to be upset, but she often gets really upset and she doesn't let on that she's hurt.
All right. We'll keep that in
Yeah?
mind.
Let's just go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Okay, okay. You know, for
It's a good one to have.
Now I'll
out
have
there.
to answer all those calls. Suddenly your phone is let's
No,
start going with
everybody
it.
will answer your calls because they'll be like, she doesn't like you. It's a good
No,
one.
they'll be calling me back. What about the people I call and I'm like, I did my duty and I've called. I don't want to talk.
Call her back.
Everybody.
Okay, guys, moving
Sorry.
on. I'm getting cues from
Yeah,
you.
sorry.
Okay. You know, so with the boom in the OTT space for years now, we have been having conversations about, stories or content that are women led. And, now with the kind of shows that you also have done in the past and with Hush Hush, do you think that conversation can finally be put to rest? Do you think we have ample content that are being written for and told by women?
No.
It's big. It started.
Not
and
nearly
it's-
enough.
Yeah, it hasn't got to a point where we've been saying this, that it needs to get to a point where it's no longer a discussion, right? We don't have to sit and talk about it's made by a woman, it's made by with women in the forefront. The day we are only focusing on the story and the performances and the creative part of it, then we know we've reached a point where there is kind of balanced representation. But I don't think we're there yet entirely, which is why we feel the need to talk about that part, right?
Yeah.
And also on camera and behind the scenes, we're
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
there's still women directors, women cinematographers, so many people who need to come to, they need opportunity, as well as the audience. I feel like, we're talking a lot about women empowerment and we have shows which are very empowering for women to watch. But are the women who are sitting perhaps not in urban cities watching those shows, is the internet getting to those people? Are these shows reaching those people who really need, that instigation? I feel like a lot of people who are watching the shows already feel comfortable enough in their lives.
Yeah.
And also representation of all kinds of women.
Right. That's true.
We're talking about the representation of women right now. It's only a gender conversation, but then it has to at one point go into like the different kinds of women, which I think Hush Hush is trying to do.
Yeah.
But we're on the right path. I feel I'm hopeful. Looking at the things that are happening, that are being made now, so we'll get there slowly but surely.
But we shouldn't be
Actually
happy
fast,
with the
quickly.
minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So the characters, let's talk a little bit that you play. Soha, you play somebody who is a former journalist, and you have gone on record to say that you wanted to become a journalist. And see, these characters are not necessarily the ones that you relate to, but what I find very interesting is that this strength that lies underneath the vulnerability. And did you draw your this kind of a strength from your experiences in real life somewhere?
I think that my character certainly is strong and has self-conviction. I also have self-conviction. And I do draw on that. I think I often carry myself with a sense of like, I know what I'm doing and I'm right. Sometimes that works out well, sometimes it doesn't work out well because I don't always know what I'm doing and I'm sometimes not right.
Yeah.
It's been brought to my attention. But I feel like where that comes from is a mix of, education, friends, family that support you, a supportive, nurturing, healthy environment in childhood, all those things.
Right.
And you draw on that, you draw on the women that you've met who have influenced you, who have empowered you, men who have also influenced you and empowered you. And that helps you to be someone sometimes, even if that's not who you are in person. It's not a good answer.
No, of course.
I mean,
But
it's not as articulate as I wanted it to be.
That's the perfectionist she wants to be. You draw from your experience or observation. These are the only
Yeah.
two ways to do it as an actor. So, of course, it comes from Because you may not be in the exact same situation as these characters, but you've been in some sort of distress. You have, everybody's had these feelings of fear, shame, guilt, or some burden of responsibility. So these are things that are relatable, I think. It's just that when you see this show, the structure is so interesting. When you see them first, you see them all vulnerable. Something really big has happened. But I think by the end of the show, I have a feeling that, and I felt like that even while reading, that you will find reasons and qualities in each one of them that are relatable and that are very real.
And you see how each of them respond differently to the same incident.
Do you want to add something?
No, I mean, I think it's similar. These things are kind of not character specific as much. I mean, like we were saying, that there are things you will always drawn from your own life. Sometimes you put yourself, sometimes I will imagine myself in that situation and respond, because that's where my emotional truth will come from. But and a lot is to do with also just responding to the other people around you. You know, and I think in that you have a lot of help from your co-actors, from being in a setup that looks the way it does, the clothes, the makeup, the hair, the ambience, obviously your director, the writing. So there's a lot of support that you have to put you in that state as well.
Right. Well, on that note, thank you so much. All the very best. I'm looking forward to finishing the whole season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.